Hi everybody, Jackson here. Welcome back to the daily endeavours for the 26th of March. As always, there'll be timestamps in the description for skipping through to one of these if you're stuck on one in particular. So we've got 10 steals, deconstructing woodworking items, we've got Air Atronach, we've got Duels, we've got fallen players, and we've got looting containers. So, one duel and fallen player, I will just quickly discuss these two. The thing is, these both rely on people, and, you know, I don't like to have to rely on people to do the endeavours each day, so I think doing these two is going to be better. Doing this one's really quick, but I still think these ones here, especially woodworking containers, you can do these two super quick. And I'll show you how, but I'll just go through the simple reigns of doing these two. So with duels, you just go up to any rando. There'll be this wheel that you press the player interaction button. Duel is at the top left, so you just hit that. All it is just a fight 1v1 to the death, and when it says forfeited, the only way to forfeit a duel is to run out of the flag when it, wherever you start the duel. It's basically like whenever you run too far out of the area that you start the duel from, that will count as forfeiting the duel. If the enemy forfeits it, like if the other player forfeits the duel, it will still count for you. But it's not a good idea to do that, just because, like especially today with the reviving full player one. It just means that one person's not going to get the endeavor done. Now, with one reviving fallen player, the thing is, if you duel and someone dies, you will then have to do two duels if you want to do the revive fallen player one, because you need to revive two people to get the endeavor done. Unless that person just decides, "Fuck you! I've got both the endeavors done. I don't need you anymore," and runs off. That's why I kind of like relying on ones that you can do on your own. But yeah, that's the only way I would do this, because in normal circumstances, relying on just like seeing a random player dead to revive, there's a couple of issues with this. Firstly, when you go to revive them, if they decide to revive themselves, if they're not in a dungeon, if they're just in Overland, they can revive themselves at any time, even against like world bosses and shit. So sometimes you go to revive them, they'll revive themselves, it won't count for you. So it means you're fucked in that case. And in things like dungeons and trials, you're going to have to wait for a group to form for that, and that can take a while. So I think, why wait for all that shit and when you can just do these ones here? Even in Air Atronach, it's not too bad, I think. See, I think, I don't like these ones, as you can probably tell by now, so yeah, I just prefer skipping these ones usually. So, firstly, woodworking and containers, you can do these two at the same time, very quick. Don't need any DLC, don't need any requirements or anything. What I suggest you do is go to Imperial City. I should point out, Vengeance has already gone to like low populations. That's pretty rough. It is like the opposite of Prime Time, but that's pretty fucking rough. Okay, so Imperial City, Enter Campaign, doesn't matter which one, just either of these is fine. Let's go Imperial City CP usually, because it just means you're a little bit faster with champion points. Okay, so once you're inside, there's these weapon racks here that you'll find. They'll have, oh, this one doesn't really have shit on it. Oh, there's an infinite stuff. Is there any... No, there's not really anything else there. Go over here. There'll be some bows. Got a great sword. Now, the location of all this stuff that you want is going to be different in each of the 3 Imperial City zones. But just look around this this safe area here. Pretty much there'll always be like a door to the actual sewers that you don't want to go through. It's just like this section here. All of this stuff here is not considered stolen when you take it. So you can just take all of this stuff. Now what you're looking for is anything woodworking related. So as you can see there, I took the bows, you want staves, you want shields as well. Shields are pretty good. This, I can't see any there. There's a shield there. Shield. Oh, yeah, some more stuff. So there should be like 3 weapon racks. And there'll be more stuff usually, but yeah. Just go through all this stuff, see how many woodworking items you can get. And the thing is, all you have to do now is just leave the zone, and what you do is you go to this thing here, the still exit, and just make sure you go to the exit side. It'll take you back out to where you were, and all you do now to do it again is you just go back to Imperial City. So, yeah. And all those containers will reset, so you can just do that again. Alright, so the only issue with using that method, I will do woodworking stuff soon, is you need to be level 10 to do that. Now, my advice is, like, just enjoy the game at level 10, like before level 10, don't worry about endeavors too much at that point. But if you do want to worry about endeavors at that point, what you can do is use the stuff in Oridon as well. It's just this stuff is stolen, so you'll get a bounty if you get spotted stealing this stuff. But same thing occurred. So you get this bow here, there's a bow over here. So make sure you're hidden when you take it. So that's all containers, but I need one more. I don't think there's any more. No, there's no more stuff in here. But yeah, so we've got a bow there as well. Next up, we want to go into this one here. It's a crystal vial. Go upstairs. There'll be 3 staves on this weapon rack that you can steal. So just take some of those, as many as you need. And then in the Fighters Guild, over here, there's also a bunch of shields you can take. Now keep in mind, the Fighters Guild, there is a guard that hangs around near the front. So if you've got a bounty, it's going to be a pain in the ass getting through here. But pretty much anything other than that, the guards don't actually chase you into these buildings, and there's no guards inside. So yeah, when you're in here, if you get a bounty, you can just like log out and you'll usually be okay. Yeah, so there's these shields here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. These 2 are like they're not real. They're just for show. Yeah, you got 4 there. So you got lots of items here that you can also take. There's also another shield here. And there's a few more items in this place that you can get, but most of the other ones I wouldn't really recommend bothering with. So once you've got enough items, go to your woodworking station. Just deconstruct all the items that you got, and that'll be the woodworking one done. Simple as that. Alright, so now we move on to an Air Atronach. Now there's only one place I really suggest you use Air Atronachs for, and that is Craglorn. So the other day I talked a little bit about Belkarth, how to get there. It's the same thing for this. I suggest you look up a house in Housing Tours. It's in this area here. It's called Elinhir Private Arena. So we'll go home tours, go browse homes. I always find that to be a little bit more reliable. Elinhir Private Arena. Look this one up. This will take you to basically where Bloodroot Forge was here. And all you got to do now is travel a little bit northwest and Spellskull will be here. I advise you grab these 2 wayshrines so you can get access to the area around Spellskull at any time. Because that is where you're going to find your Air Atronach. Now they are a little bit tough. You're going to need... this is also one that's probably not easy to do as a level 10. But have no fear. This is like one of the most commonly traversed areas in the game for a lot of players, because they use this area to farm experience. It's one of the best experience like leveling areas in the game. So you'll have no shortage of players coming through and doing stuff. So just kind of... Oh, I've gone the wrong way here. Kind of just piggyback on them if you're struggling. Alright, so what we're looking for is... if I can find one. They're very distinct. You'll be able to see them. This thing here, these things, these big guys here. These are Air Atronachs. These guys here. So just all you need to do is tap one, and that'll give you participation for killing one. Now the Storm Atronachs are quite tanky, but at this point, once you kill one, you can just like run away. You can just let them kill you. At that point, it doesn't matter what happens after that. So yeah, these Storm Atronachs have tons of HP. Yeah, once you got one of those Air Atronachs, that's it, and there's tons of these things all... Yeah, right. There's tons of these things all over the place, so yeah, you've got plenty to work with. So there's 2 over there. There's these like... There are these spawning, like group spawns, all fucking over Spellskull, all over this. So this is one of the 3 areas. These areas all have Air Atronachs in them. And they spawn in groups of 2. So you will probably not have any shortage of Air Atronachs for this endeavor. So that's why I don't think doing the Duel and the Revive Fallen Player is worth it. Just because it's so easy to get these other ones reliably done. Oh, what do you know? There's another bloody Air Atronach. Right, so that's everything. If you've got any questions for me, as always, just let me know. But this endeavor's done. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for your support as always. I'll see you next time, and take care.